going on, guys? It's J-Ho bringing you a brand new video, and today we're back with more Destiny 2. So in this video we're going to go over some of the armor sets coming in Shadowkeep, as well as some Crucible changes, so let's get straight into it. So first of all, we got to look at some armor sets coming in Shadowkeep through the newest Bungie blog post. I know some of this has been leaked from packs and stuff this past weekend, as well as some releases, some images over the past months or so, but here's some exclusive looks at the armor sets coming in Shadowkeep, as well as the sources on how we can attain some of them as well. So let's start off with the first one. We got the Dream Bane armor set. This one is going to be the destination armor set for the moon. So it is acquired from activities on the moon. We saw this before in some previous images. Moving on to the next one, we got Garden of Salvation raid armor set. This one is acquired from the new raid coming in Shadowkeep, the Garden of Salvation. This one is the one that takes place in the Black Garden. So of course we're gonna see a Vex theme with the armor as well. It has a pretty cool glow on some of the armor pieces, but I know a lot of people are saying that it looks like a reskin of a previous Eververse armor set, and it does kind of look like one of the previous Eververse armor sets. I believe it's the one from the Crucible Cyrus expansion, if I'm not mistaken, but it does look a little bit similar, just a little bit different, and a little bit glows added to it as well. I can understand some people's disappointment because it is a raid armor set, and raids are supposed to be the pinnacle of PvE activities, so not everyone's gonna acquire some of these armor pieces, and you want it to look really exclusive, really interesting, really unique. And so it doesn't look too unique if it looks a little bit like a reskin of a previous armor set. But again, this is what they decided on for this raid. So that's what it's going to be. Moving on to the next one though, we got Substitutional Armor Set. And this one is acquired from seasonal activities, free season rank rewards, and premium season rank rewards as well. So this one looks a little bit more plain, a little bit more basic than the other ones. Not too interesting on this one in my opinion. Moving on though, we got the next one called Phenotype Plasticity Universal Ornament Set, and this one is acquired from premium season rank rewards. And because it says Universal Ornament Set, that means you can apply this look as an ornament on any Armor 2.0 piece, so that's really good as well. If you like one of the pieces of this armor set and you have another armor piece that has better stats on it, better mods already, and you can apply this one after acquiring the ornament for it, and then just apply it to whatever piece of armor you want to. So those are really good. Any of these universal ornament sets, that means you can apply it once you acquire the ornament for it. So really good stuff. Next one we got is the Iron Banner armor set. So from playing Iron Banner, you can earn this one, the Iron Will armor set. Looks pretty interesting as well. And then finally, for the last one, we got the Imperium Cartographer Universal Ornament Set, another Universal Ornament Set. This one is the Eververse exclusive armor for this season, for Season of the Undying. So again, if you get one of these pieces, you can use it as an ornament on another armor piece that might have better stats, better mods already equipped to it. So we got some pretty cool armor sets being added, and we also got some reprisals in the form of Armor 2.0 as well. So these are all the armors that can be reacquired as an Armor 2.0 version. So we got Year 1 Crucible and Vanguard armor sets. You got the Black Armory armor set. You got the Gambit from Forsaken and Gambit Prime Season of the Drifter. You got the Menagerie armor set. You got all of the raid armor sets from all the previous raids, from Leviathan, Eater of Worlds, Spire of Stars, Last Wish, Scourge of the Past, and Crown of Sorrow. So if you like any of those, you can reacquire them as an Armor 2.0 version and then equip your mods and all that stuff. And then of course we got all the destination armor returning as well, from EDZ, Titan, all the planets, all the other Year 2 expansions and stuff like that, Dreaming City, Tangled Shore. So all of these sets will be returning as an Armor 2.0 version in Shadowkeep. So if you like any of these old armor pieces, you can go ahead and reacquire them from these activities and then equip your mods and do whatever to customize it the way you want. So really good stuff. We got some returning armor on top of all the new armor sets. And then moving on to some of the Crucible changes, there's a lot of stuff. I don't want to get into too much detail because I don't want the video to get too long. But we're getting some new maps on top of some old maps rotating out. So they want to kind of change the maps from season to season, and they want to keep it fresh. They want to make improvements to some of the maps that are underperforming, and they want to do some tweaks and so maps are going to rotate in and out from season to season. So next season, the 4 maps that are going to rotate out from all the playlists is Dead Cliffs, Legion's Gulch, Retribution, and Solitude. And then we also got some new maps being added in as well. So we got the return of some old Destiny 1 maps that we already knew about. So we got Widow's Court and Twilight Gap returning from Destiny 1. And then we got a new map that was just introduced called Fragment, and it's going to be a kind of mix of Dreaming City meets Infinite Forest. So here we got an image of it here. So pretty interesting. We got a new map on top of the returning Destiny 1 maps. I'm really excited for the return of Widow's Court and Twilight Gap. Definitely some of my favorite maps from Destiny 1, so really excited for that. And then on top of that, we got some changes to the Crucible playlist, which were mentioned before in the director's cut. We got to look at what the director is going to look like for Crucible in a Shadowkeep. So they're removing quick play and competitive, and they're replacing it with a bunch of new playlists. So we got Classic Mix, which is going to include Control, Clash, and Supremacy. We got some new playlists that will award glory in 3v3 Survival and Survival Solo Queue. And then we got the addition of 6v6 Control, which is for newer players. And then we also got some rotating playlists in weekly 6v6 and weekly 4v4. And those are going to feature stuff like Clash, Supremacy, Mayhem, Lockdown, and Countdown. So we're going to see some new stuff in the director, and they're changing it up quite a bit. And then on top of that, we got a bunch of sandbox changes to abilities. I don't want to go into detail in all of those because the video is going to get way too long. But if you guys want to check out the specifics on some of the buffs and nerfs on specific subclasses, I'll leave a link in the description below to the blog post from Bungie. And then lastly, we got some changes to super energy regeneration, which looks like it's getting nerfed. So any way you regenerate your super, through orbs, through kills, through assists, through a bunch of different stuff, it's getting nerfed down a little bit, and it's going to take a little bit longer to regenerate your super. We also got some changes to damage multipliers, which was mentioned previously as well. And basically the overall summary of it is that if you have a buff or debuff that applies to all your weapons, then the game will only apply the highest buff or debuff to all your weapons, and it's not going to stack on top of each other anymore. The only things that will stack is buffs that affect singular weapons. So if you have a perk on a weapon like Rampage or Kill Clip and things like that, then they will still stack on top of the generic buff or debuff. But other than those, the generic buffs and debuffs will not stack on top of each other anymore. So it's good to know, especially for endgame PvE activities like the raid, like Nightfalls, and things like that. So bunch of different changes, and it's all detailed in the Bungie post if you want to go into more detail and more specifics. Again, I'll leave a link in the description below. But that's about it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. As always, like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned for more videos, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace!